Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing super well. I have my smoothie at hand and I am excited to do another live. How's everyone feeling? We are literally 3 days away from the Taurus full moon, and I know a lot of you guys have been asking me questions about karmic relationships and so much more. So today I'm going to go through questions on my DMs as I usually do, and I'm going to also chat with you guys. I am loving this. And since spending more time on my self-care, I've noticed a big shift. Just making sure I'm sleeping properly, moving my body, eating a lot of green foods. I've recently taken out milk out of my system, just to be able to do deeper energy healings and to tap into my intuition. Hi, Tina. And yeah, it's just really making such a huge effect, especially right now with everyone being so affected. Hey, stars aligned. So yeah, I'm just feeling super good. How's everyone feeling though? Let me know while I look into the questions that you guys have in your DMs. Give me a second. I'm so excited. Hello, Jasmine. Hello. Hey, Tina. I'm feeling really good. Like I mentioned, it's so great to be well rested. How are you guys feeling? I'm just like feeling really good. I have my second smoothie on the go. I've been really into like green supplements and stuff like that, sleeping more, really taking in that routine. I know it's hard around this time with everything going on. It's hard to do routine, but I find changing my morning manifestation routine has really shifted. And meditations too have been really, really different. So can't wait to update you guys that with a video soon, because I know that was requested in our last live to do a spiritual morning and evening that I do, like my routine that I do for manifesting and everything, which is really great. But yeah, any questions that you guys have about scenarios, things that you're currently going through, I'm just going to lower my laptop a bit. Anything at all, please feel free to share in the comment section as I go through your comments right now. I have so many DMs. I'm trying to go through all of them. One step at a time, right? One step at a time. Do we do? Yes, we do. I started manifesting this year, and I may think I was super into it, but now I feel like I'm lost track. I don't believe in it like I did before. What can I do to get my feeling back and my manifestation going? I love this question. This is a question by Dulce Aguio on Instagram. I'm just letting her know, answering this question on today's live. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Like, you can just message it here, because I know a couple of you guys actually DM'd me through the DMs, but you guys can actually ask the questions live here, which is really great. Answering questions on today's live. Okay, select all, copy. Okay, awesome. So I really can't wait. So this one, her question, I just want to read it for you guys again. So, hey girl, I started manifesting this year in May, I think, and I was super into it, but I feel like I'm kind of lost track. I don't believe in it like I did before. What can I do to get myself back into knowing about my manifestation? So, number one is, if you are on this manifesting routine or just learning about being more conscious and bringing in abundance and all that good stuff into your life, knowing that things are going to come in and out of waves, right? So, this is one of the biggest things, to be patient with yourself as you are going through manifestation. If you have times where you don't connect with the manifestation method, step away from it and do raising vibration exercises instead. One of the biggest things I always say is manifesting is defined as being able to bring something into fruition or acting as if it is, based on your own current perspectives, beliefs, and whatever you focus on energetically as a conscious being. So when you are manifesting, the intention is to make sure that you are focusing your energy on knowing that that thing is coming and not having self-doubt or negativity. But if you are doing it as if it is something like just a routine without connection, which we see this a lot in our masculine society, where people have a 9 to 5 job. They really don't enjoy it, but they're just going and their soul's actually sucked out of this job, right? What do you do? Allowing yourself to connect more with the passion. And that's a big thing that we're seeing in this Taurus full moon as well, is like those last bit things that we weren't listening to, we're really listening to right now. So to answer your question, we come from waves. Just really focus on taking a step, maybe a couple days away from manifesting techniques and working on a little self retreat to raise your vibration through meditation, through removing stagnant energy, which I want to do a video on how to remove stagnant energy if you're in a negative mood or if you're feeling depressed or anxious. How do you get yourself back on track? So if you guys would like that video, put a star emoji in the comment section. But yeah, I think that would be really awesome. I'm just reading you guys. So Tina says, I know this is random, but what is your skincare routine? You're glowing. Oh, thanks. Okay, honestly, guys, a lot of you have been commenting about my skincare. I just eat a lot of vegetables. A lot of vegetables. My new routine right now is I actually have a green juice in the morning. That's something that has really helped me out. And I will say, just vibrationally, like when you manifest and everything, it's all about energy, right? And a lot of people forget that includes what you put in your body. So vegetables have definitely been something that I've been really grateful for and focusing a lot on. I'm also big on skincare. So that's a big part. Maybe I should do a video on how to manifest healthy skincare and body and just like a healthy self-care. If you want that, you can put a little purple heart emoji in the comment section. But yeah, I've gotten that question quite a bit. I try to drink a lot of water. I'm not good at that. So my key is in smoothies and stuff like that. I actually put half water. And if I drink juice, I do half water in a glass. I find it too sweet anyways. But just those little things of just being conscious of my food. I find for me, and I find for most people, when you put restriction on anything in your body, you create this sense of fear of like, if there's anything outside of that. We talked about this in our conscious breakthrough last Friday. So if you missed that video, go check it out. It's really good about just if you have, self-consciousness of like skincare, body weight, all that stuff, please go watch it. It's very, very motivational. I think it'll help a lot of you guys out. Thanks, Tina. Love and light to you, Cheryl. So I want to get a reading, and I don't have the time that I was born. Should I get a reading? Yeah, you can still get a reading. The time that you're born is good for birth charts because it makes it more accurate. A lot of people have been asking me that, like, Shika, do I need to know the time? Not necessarily. Like, you can just go based on your birth chart if you'd like. I'm just going to move you guys here because there's more light. Ooh, now you can see me. And I'm going to also take off my laptop charger. But yeah, so if you don't have it, that's completely fine. Just a heads up as well, because I have been getting more messages for card readings. So card readings are booked this week, like completely booked. However, two good news. Number one, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we have the live meditation energy healing here. If you miss it, you can join our Patreon to have access to that, along with some activities for the to prep before the full moon and before new moons. I give you some activities to do and after as well, and an energetic update as well. So all that is accessible on the VIP Conscious Souls. And then next week, card readings are open for bookings. So if you guys are interested in that, please DM me on Instagram at Chica_Chica. I have that all down below, but I just wanted to share that because I am starting to get people who are like, is it too late? And I don't have room this week, but full moon energy is still strong. And let me tell you, the Mercury retrograde is coming to an end. So a lot of messages coming, a lot of synchronizations. Anyone getting synchronizations? I'm sure a lot are. I know I am. Okay, so love brings happiness. Please address how to clear karmic debt. Thank you. Yes, I actually want to talk about that a little bit today. So one of the biggest things with this Taurus full moon is it's teaching us a lot about karmic energy, karmic love, karmicness within our conscious self. So what that means, what is karmic energy? Like, what is that? So each one of us as our souls, we have kind of like a mapping of what we initially are meant to do as far as our lessons as conscious beings. Even though each of us have different lessons and different things that we attract based on those lessons within our soul, we have similar purposes at the end of the day. So long story short, what that means is a lot of our relationships, our jobs, the things that happen in our life are karmic sometimes. And it is our choice, because we know in law of attraction manifestation, it is all about free will. So it's your choice to take them on. So for example, Some karmic things that I'm seeing with this Taurus full moon is, relationships. If you've noticed that there are correlations between an ex-best friend and your ex-boyfriend or your ex-partner, then that's probably an opportunity for you to look and see what are the lessons that are driven into the situation in my relationships. A lot of people seeing their exes come into the woodworks, a lot of people just lashing out of emotion and anger and sadness because that's coming from within themselves and their karmic ways. We are so interconnected. So how do you start doing that? It starts with two main things: guilt and forgiveness and insecurities. So most of the time with karmic, the reason why we don't free ourselves from that, which is a big part of the Taurus full moon, is freeing ourselves emotionally, is because of the insecurity of us feeling in that unknown territory without that blanket of pain, if that makes sense. And it's crazy because if you're in pain, wouldn't you want to get out of that? But the human psyche, we're in this shadow self energy really this week, where we're really comfortable with what is going on, and we want to stick with talking about everything that isn't working. And that's when the gossip card and the chakra card comes in from our heart space. And that chakra card is like, stop talking about everything that's working against you. And it's time for you to talk about what you can work with you, and really ask, and you will literally receive. I've seen so many synchronizations this week of what I want to do in my healing. And in doing that, confirmations come, instead of overthinking the signs you see, really connect with that. Now going into guilt comes in because, we tend to feel guilty. If we feel like a relationship didn't work out, we start to ask ourselves, why didn't it work out? Is it my fault? Maybe I should have been better. The insecurities that come through, that we're feeling insecure in ourselves, insecure in the situation, insecure in the relationship, causes us to feel the sense of weight of guilt that we should have done something, guilt that, it's our fault. We just put that burden on ourselves. So it's freeing yourself from that. The last one is forgiveness. So this is kind of at the healing process. And if you have gotten to the point that your insecurities, it's the guilt, you're done, you're ready to get rid of it, that's where the forgiveness comes in. That's where you can start to plant the seed in this full moon to manifest that. And it's really just forgiving yourself in the situation. And one of my favorite things that I've learned through my healing journey is from Aboriginal culture specifically, and a lot that I've learned from at least the mentors I've come across is really looking into ourselves first before pointing out of people, not in a sense of judgment, but in a sense of love. And what that means is like looking into ourselves and say, okay, I forgive myself for making that argument. I forgive myself for not showing up and abandoning my emotions when I should have talked about it. I forgive myself for, cheating on that partner, and, telling myself that it's, okay that I did that. I forgive myself. And I also forgive them for the way that they reacted to me. Those things are all aspects that we need to kind of flow through. And it's hard. It's not easy because we're sitting into our wound and we're speaking out of that space. So when we're talking karmic energy, like I've seen that a lot with relationships. I feel that heaviness, like even talking to you guys, I do feel that heart heaviness talking to you. And I just really want you guys to walk into it with releasing the guilt that you have, blaming yourself or someone else, because that is a mirroring of the shadow work in itself. So that's where karmic work starts in a nutshell. And there's just so much more into that. But at least after this full moon, if you can walk away saying that I've already done that, or I started those seeds, I started planting it, but continue the work after of what you've planted throughout that, you will see a huge shift of your energy. And that's what I want you each to feel. I don't want you to feel this heaviness. I also want to say that just in the environmental stance of things, a lot of things in relationships in society is starting to show out. There's a lot of truths being shown. With those added pressures, we're feeling kind of like, not really aligned and confused in our intuition. So this is a time for this full moon to sit with your emotions and be uncomfortable. And I know that's hard, but that's all about karmic work. That's all about karmic growth. So I really hope that helps a little bit. Thanks for asking that question. Love bring happiness. I hope that helps you guys. Let me know if anything like clicks and you're like, whoa, like this resonates with my situation. This totally makes sense with what I'm going through right now. Because again, like I said, I just keep on getting those messages. It's like, how can I deepen into my relationships and grow from them from a deeper level? So I love that. I have difficulties manifesting too. Like I am not consistent at what I will probably affect and outcomes. Can you help me? By the way, I love your videos. Thanks for your help. Oh, lovely. I love you guys so much. You guys are so amazing. So the first thing I will say that I've been noticing from my comments, and I wanted to share this with you guys. Do not do so many manifestation methods. You know, that's going to be a full-time job on its own, and it's going to create this pressure, as well as it's going to be harder for you to let go and release when you do the manifestation methods. So best way to be motivated and to actually have them happen much quicker is to see the manifestation methods that work best for you. And you guys know I have over 100 videos on this channel on manifestation, so there's a lot of different things and techniques that I share on there in these videos, and just go with your intuition of what you feel connected with. But one of the things I will say is it's all about trial and error. So my best intention is, at least on the videos, to share with you guys what has worked in different periods based on what you ask. So if you're talking about a specific person, there's certain techniques that would be better for that. You know, if you're talking about manifesting money, there's something that is better with how you can have a money mindset, an abundance mindset, regardless of where you are in your situation. So again, like I would really, really highly suggest, in all realness, the first thing is making sure that you're not overwhelming yourself and just doing all the things thinking that you're going to heighten your vibration, because realistically, you're going to burn out. So figure out the manifestation techniques, and you have an array of different selections, along with suggesting some selections that you guys would like me to talk to you about, which, by the way, if there's a manifestation method that you found out about and you're still not comfortable with, please put them in the comment section. I will write it on my list. I have my phone with me here. Every time we have these lives together, I write them down, and I write down the topics that you guys like, and then I do a video on them. So you guys are the reason why I love doing these videos, because it's like, this is what I love talking about. This is what I know. And then I share it with you guys, which is amazing. And I get to also learn more about it too by sharing that information, which is great. So I'm a teacher as a student, and a student as a teacher. It's a vice versa, which is great. Another thing about the outcome is tracking your manifestations. So have a manifestation journal. I actually have a book that I read all my manifestations. Vision board, I actually want to do a video on how to do an effective manifesting vision board, because a lot of people don't do it the right way. There's a couple things that you should ask, and I actually have a digital one on my laptop. I have one on my phone, and every time I look at it, I can like say, whoa, I'm really close to that manifestation. It is already here. And it's just a great way to put it in. There's so many times that we make one and we put it by our desk, and then somehow it ends up in our closet or somewhere where we can't see it. So it's just, you know, these little things too, but it's also the energy and what we're asking in the universe and how we place it on the vision board. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but that's another great way of keeping track of your manifestation. Try to think if there's any other tips. Raising vibration. I think that's another thing too. When you're doing a manifestation method, a lot of people just do the methods, but they don't replenish their energy, because we're putting that energy into that intention, right? So it's a lot of concentration. Sometimes it's a lot of just setting into it. Where energy goes, things flow, things grow, i.e. why I added plants in my space, and they've been growing so well, guys. Like every time I do readings with you guys, or even doing the videos, I feel like this sense of love from them, and I love that they transfer that love to you in the videos. So I'm so grateful to have them. But I will say, just having that loving energy of like raising your vibration, whether it's in your atmosphere, in your space, especially as winter comes. I don't know if any of you guys are in a cold climate, but if you are, please make sure that you're setting that good energy and grounding energy into your space as much as you can. Especially this year. So I think that's the three things that I would say on the top of my head that would really help you with those outcomes. So I hope it helps. Okay, thank you. This is extremely insightful, and thank you. Totally resonates. Yes, I love it. Did you guys have any other questions? I'm just looking at my comments in my DMs right now, so I can answer some more. Okay, that was such an Oprah Winfrey more thing, but that's okay. Okay, I got this amazing question by Hosea Derek Lal. Thank you so much for your question. So his question was, what's your favorite manifestation story thus far? Could you share it live on YouTube? Hello, love and light to you. So my manifestation story, I have a lot. I shared a couple of them on my Monday manifestations, which I'm thinking of doing again. So if you guys would like me to do them again, please let me know. But I love them. Hello, T81. But yeah, so that's something that I love. But manifestation, like stories. Oh, here's one from you guys. So one of my old subscribers, and I'm really good at remembering. I might not know your name, but if you comment and stuff on my videos, I will remember you. Like, I'm really good at visually remembering people's like usernames or their like picture or whatever. So one of our amazing fams, our conscious souls in our family, he has been working really hard doing videos. And I don't want to say all of this, but like I might as well share it now because I've been wanting to share this for a while. And he actually got a music label after watching my videos, which just like made my heart flutter so much for him, because that's amazing. So he's been doing music for a while, works his job. He works long shifts, and he got signed on a label within like a month after helping him with his manifestation. So those are some great manifestation stories that I've heard from you guys. For me, I manifested being a healer on YouTube. Actually, our milestone of 10K here was manifested. Probably one of my best manifestations, because I think I was under the impression of like external judgment from everyone else of like, wow, like, and we all have our shadows, right? So I just felt like, oh, this is such a big space. But you guys have really shared that this is a space that anyone can do it, right? If you put the energy out there, if you have the good intention, if you work hard towards it and make sure you replenish your cup as well, that's super important. So manifesting to 10K and beyond that, I'm super excited for the day that we celebrate together, like 100K and 1 million. It's coming. I know it. I feel it. Because that's 100,000 or 1 million people, and 1 million people that we support and we help that might be at home right now, that don't have a friend to talk to, that don't have someone that's with them as they're stuck at home, or that doesn't have that support. And I think that to me is important. Like, I hear some crazy stories from your comments that you guys share. And for me to know that you have a sense of like groundingness from it just makes me so happy to hear that for you. So yeah, I think those are some good manifestations. I manifested travel trips. I've manifested like most of my travel trips. I've manifested money. Honestly, I'm just grateful for manifesting the life I have, as cheesy as it sounds. I will do more Monday manifestation stories because there is a lot of stuff that I manifest. And like, when that happens, I give gratitude to it in my journal, but it's hard to remember because it's like, to me at this point, I just know that everything in our life we manifest. So I don't even think about it. Like, I'm just like, yes, I'm grateful for everything I manifest because it's that powerful. But yeah, I think the one from one of our subscribers is really great. Is there a manifestation story that you guys did that made you start doing manifestation or really believe in it? Please share in the comment section because I love hearing your stories. Okay, so I have been struggling to sit in my emotions, so I smoke a lot of weed because being in Scorpio sun, hello Scorpio, I'm a Scorpio too, sun Cancer and moon north node of Pisces, and then your emotions are intense, definitely Pisces. Could be recommended anything for meditation? Yes, so number one, the first thing I say for my mentees that are, cannabis smokers is to use CBD oil. It takes away the THC from it, and it's a great kind of like adjusting if you feel it's really hard for you to get off of it. The second thing I will say is one thing that people don't know is when you smoke weed, or smoking in general tends to block your throat chakra. Because a lot of the times most people smoke it because they are trying to heal something. And it does create a pleasure if we rely on it, right? But if we set intention into it, it can be very different. And we see that in ceremonial, we see this in shamanic, shamans that use, tobacco and stuff like that. But I will say that if you are in a space of healing and deep shadow work, it's most likely blocking your throat chakra. And I hear it and I see it. Sometimes I'm talking to someone and I'm so in tune that I know that they smoke weed, which is fine. But where's your intention with that, right? And that's the same thing I talked about yesterday, where it's like, if you start an intention going on online dating, but your intention is just to have a little thing, and then that relationship becomes more than what it is, then that's important for you guys to clear the energy and to make sure that you're both on the same page, because energy grows where it flows. But if that energy and intention is no longer there, then what keeps you guys together, right? So a lot of us, like humans, tend to look for pleasures, to not to avoid the fear of feeling that emotion. So the first thing I will say is alternate from smoking to CBD oil. And the second thing I will say is doing throat chakra releases. I talk a little bit about that in the VIP Patreon. If you guys are part of that, you will have access to that. Like I said, I give activities, but one that's really, really good is shaking energy. So moving the body, specifically, like literally shaking your body, because a lot of the times, like, we hold so much energy in ourselves, and I feel like it's, for you, smoking it is a sense of like calming. So that might be a great alternative for you. Remember, meditation is not only sitting down, closing your eyes, and listening to music. Meditation is also moving your body, dancing. There's different ways of meditation. And I think I have a video on different ways that you can meditate. So you can go check that out. But I definitely think that personally, especially now that you're going into this rebirthing, your season is for Scorpio, you guys are rebirthing with the world, but you're doing your own personal rebirthing. So right now you really want to make sure that you're setting intention for November and maybe releasing this full moon, bad habits, and different relationships with even things, materialistic things. That's a big thing with Taurus, is like, what are your relationships with materialistic things, and letting that go. So that materialistic thing is weed, and asking yourself, what is your intention when you smoke it? So I really hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions, but I think that's a really great question. Is it necessary to actually see before you manifest? I have difficulty seeing what I manifest in the darkened images. So for the longest time, I would close my eyes and I would not be able to visualize things. That is completely normal when you're starting out. When you start manifesting, it's more of just feeling the emotion. I think the best way to start with meditation is feeling the calmness and working on your breath first. If you can breathe to the point that you're not thinking of anything else but that breath, then you can start to add things. You can start emotion, then you can start other things as well. It takes practice, and it actually happens much quicker than people think. But the visualized part, a big thing for me is I felt that I was always distracted and my thoughts were still getting really hyperactive that I wasn't able to focus on. And it got to a point now that I've been able to focus 5 minutes on breathing if I feel like my mind is really active, and then I start my meditation. So I think the biggest thing for you is maybe starting with that first, and then going into that will really help you. So hopefully that helps. Okay, next question. I've been seeing a lot of 111s, 222s. So I actually have an angel number playlist for you, T81. So you can go check that out. And if there's any angel numbers that you guys do not see, just DM and comment on the comment section, and I'll do one for you guys. So that's going to be very helpful. Oh my God. Yeah, she's not forget us. Yes. Yeah, of course not. Like, why would I forget you guys? You guys are amazing. I feel overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Yeah. So again, like I said, this is completely normal. Like, you are literally being pulled by energy right now, especially the moon, and pulled to the point that there are two cross lines happening, Mercury and the Taurus full moon. So very heightened and emotional, especially depending on your sign too. So the best thing I will say is just allow yourself to replenish your energy and just do a little retreat this weekend. Like, meditate, focus on yourself, sit with your emotions. It's going to be hard, but the best word that I can say for you is to release. If you can release, if you can find a way of releasing, you're going to help so much than holding it in. Let it go. Scream if you need to in a pillow. Like, letting your body release it is going to be so intentional for you to understand the confusion behind the fog. Like, what is exactly am I confused emotionally? Do you have manifesting books? If not, so really need a manifesting book. Yes, I have a lot of manifestation books that I actually suggest. My mentoring is based on a couple books that I share and I focus with people. So again, like I said, this is a great intention for you guys to kind of build in it. I also have a video on the top best things to watch on Netflix for healing, which is really great. And I want to do a video. Actually, maybe I should do that. I have this written down, so let me know if this resonates with you guys. Let me just double check. So I had someone who requested spiritual tools and products. So I'm thinking I'll do a video on the top 4 books or 5 books that people should have as beginners entering into spirituality, manifestation, law of attraction. And I think that will be very helpful for you. But in short, if you want a quick one that will keep you busy for now, is Abraham Hicks. Audiobooks are amazing. I listen to them over and over again. There's so much new knowledge that you get every single time you listen to it. If any of you guys listen or have heard of Abraham Hicks, it is a fan, put a rainbow emoji, but she is amazing. And the crazy thing is she actually like scribbles out these like, you'll see, but she channels through like saying, and it's a crazy way of how she channels. And the book is said by her husband, who actually is really great. His name is he's just like, he's super amazing. And he's the one that actually is doing the audiobook for that. So definitely have a read. There's, I believe, four books. They're all amazing. And I always listen to them whenever I feel like I need inspiration, whenever I feel like I'm stuck on something, money-wise, whatever it is that I feel like I want to grow in. I'm not even stuck, I want to grow and expand in. I go listen to them, and they're really great. So that's a really good one to ask. I feel it too. Your videos made me start manifesting. I'm so grateful. Oh, that's amazing, Tina. I'm so happy to hear that. Like, that's really great. I'd love to hear how you guys found me, because it makes me excited to hear that we're creating this family and we get to do these lives together, just really grow. I think that's awesome. It makes me happy to read through the comments every single day. So thank you, everyone. Of course, I commented it. That's awesome. That's crazy. Yeah, the 44 numbers are going through. They're getting in. Okay, so yes, I agree. I have been thinking about chakras too. I will try CBD oil. Thank you. Yeah, so throat chakra is huge. So you might even find that your anxiety heightens a little bit. Like, it might be a short-term help, but I definitely noticed that channeling and connecting with universe was much better once you take out the weed. So do the CBD oil. There's so many ways to use them. There's lotions, there's bath bombs, there's different ways of creating it with ritual, as well as you're putting intention in plant medicine. I'm a big believer in that, me being practicing in shamanism as well. You know, like, plants have a lot of amazing health and healing benefits into it. And if we put a good intention into it, I do believe it can help a lot of people. So yes, I will say that is a great alternative. And then maybe revisiting and seeing in like a month or so how you feel about it. And you might even find that you might naturally weed off of it, because your vibration will be so high, higher than the actual CBD oil, that you won't even need it anymore. Like, you'll be your own caffeine. It's gotten to the point that I took out caffeine a week ago, and it was really hard to the withdrawal. But when I did that, it made a big difference on like my energy. Such a huge difference. Are there any psychics here? I want to see if the energy is weak or strong. That's awesome. Dancing has been healing for me. Amazing. That's so great. That's super, super great. Leo, awesome. I'm a Leo moon. That's really great. Any other Leos here? I have a feeling pushing me makes me music, but I don't even know yet. Should I ignore it? So focus on passion. This is so big. So if you're feeling these heightened voices or emotions coming through, listen to your intention, listen to your intuition. Man, I can't stress enough how our relationships are showing where we need to go, where we need to follow, what we need to grow on. So this is the time that these passions are starting to be a little bit louder, which is crazy. Hello, everyone. Anyone who just joined in, hello. I'm seeing a lot of angel numbers, and I am confused whether it is a sign of manifestation or it is near with me or my path. So really focus on your intuition. When you see a number, what are you thinking of at that time? Where are you at? Where are you energetically? Are you in a moment? Are you talking to someone? Like, what exactly, where is your mind consciously at that moment? Instead of like freaking out and be like, oh my gosh, 111. Like, focus more on the intention, or maybe what you text at that time, and how could I learn from that experience? What does that mean to me? How can I take that into perspective? That's going to help you a lot. Excuse me. I feel like sacral chakra is blocked. What should I do? This is the third time that I've had this question, so I'm going to write it on my list of priority things to talk about, because that is something that I have recently done. So for any of the ladies out there who are on this live, go check out my video on the Yoni Pleasure Palace unboxing. I talk about these products, and the reason why I talk about them is because there's a lot of sacral chakra and womb work that you can do. but I'm also going to just do how to strengthen your sacral chakra in general video soon, the top ways of doing it, especially for those who feel the sense of lack of creativity lately, those who probably went through trauma, those who are probably going through a sense of lack of sensuality with their partner or themselves, or comfortability with their body. These things are all derived from the sacral chakra. So it's the feminine divine energy, how we embrace a flowing and feeling that feminine energy and connecting with emotion, which is a big thing right now, right? So I'm going to probably do a video next week for you guys, because I feel like after the full moon, you're going to want that extra like little tune up of your sacral chakra. But I will say that, you know, in the start, one of the quick things that I do, I'll give you one tip. I listen to sacral chakra music in the background while I'm doing stuff or getting my day started. And it's just like background music. You know how you listen to like, I don't know, indie music or like chill, whatever. I don't know what type of music you guys like watching but or listening to. But listening to that in the background actually helps subconsciously. And I've noticed that there was a big difference of like how I've been growing and how I've been connecting deeper with that sacral chakra and that feminine energy and embracing it and setting a space for me to embrace it as well. So that is going to be very helpful for you in your shadow work. So I hope that helps with that tip. What else? How should I research angel numbers? So I actually have a full playlist on angel numbers saying exactly what they mean, the energy, how synchronizations work, things that you can be thinking of as well. And you can comment how you connected to that as well. So that's a great start. If there's anything that you feel like you don't see, let me know, because angel numbers is something that I'm very connected with. And I do share a lot about numerology because I love that. And I do believe that there's a lot of energy in that. So again, if you guys have any questions on that, please comment on it and let me know. Leo and Gemini, woo, lots of growth, lots of like internal growth for you. Lots of deep work for you, for sure. Love brings happiness. I keep seeing the word king. What does that mean? So depending on how your correlation with it, and I always tell people, I was actually talking to someone after a reading with this week, that sometimes we look up signs and we think that it's a bad meaning, but it actually is good. The only difference is that, you know, we ask ourselves, how did you feel when you saw that, you know, animal or you saw that sign? And how does that relate to it? And then you look up the definition, because a lot of the times, for example, a crow can mean a negative thing, but it can also mean a positive thing. And a lot of people get scared if they see a crow. But, you know, crows are actually great protectors, and they kind of messengers as well. So in a good way, but they can also be warning signs too. So I always tell people that take everything you have to your own perspective. That's manifestation methods. That's, you know, understanding angel numbers, understanding your guides, all that stuff is based on your perspective, your energy, how you take it in. I think that's going to really help you out. Okay, what's our next question? Is it normal to have stress demands from work right now? All of a sudden, I've been having to be much. So universe is karmic. This is so karmic. Universe is testing you. It's testing you. Hey, are you going to say yes to those demands because you feel the need to, or are you actually going to say no and take care of your self-care? Replenishment is so key right now because we're having end of Mercury retrograde. People are so tired of the energy that they're like more inclined to just leave and overwork. Don't overwork. Please take this time for this week to take time for yourself and create boundaries so you can have time to understand what the meaning of this cycle is for you. So I felt called to chat and say that to you, Mo Campbell. Keisha Young, hey Keisha. So with the second full moon and being in Halloween, this full moon is different. People say that there is a ritual that people are there any rituals, meditations, crystals, candles, and anything you can recommend. So it's definitely different. It's much heavier. We've been feeling it for over a week. And I think one of the things I will say is make sure that when you are choosing your crystals, you're doing them intuitively. This full moon is based on your journey of what emotional things that you've been holding on based on your soul and karmic cores that you need to remove for this lifetime. That's the lesson. So if you got the chance, write that down, because I didn't remember what I said because it was channeled through, but just make sure that you do that. That is so important. Sorry, I just like thought I felt something. I was like, probably my guides. But that is so important for you to do that. And I think that's super, super crucial. Another thing, candles. I set candles for intention all the time because personally, that's how I communicate with my guides, is through candles and fire. I also communicate them with water. Elements are a big part of my journey and connection. That's how I understand things. That's how I feel things. For example, if a day rains and I have an energy healing that day, I know that the people that I'm talking to have something to release. It's like almost like there's signs that I connect to. And usually they're not far, they're never far off. They're always pretty on point. As far as rituals, I do have a full moon video on what to do on the full moon. If you guys go check it out, it was like 4 months ago I did that video, but people are still watching it now. It's like the top things to do for your full moon ritual. Go check out that video. That's a great starting point for you. And what else? Just be prepared to free yourself. If there's something that you're holding on to that you are so scared of freeing from, this is your time to do that emotionally. And just listen to your emotions. Your intuition, your conscious self will tell you. So that's my advice to you, Keisha. I hope that helps. Hi, Alicia. How are you? I hope you are doing so well. It's so great to see you again. Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon, intense rising with Scorpio. Yeah, a lot of Scorpios have been on the channel lately. That's crazy. Like attracts like, I guess. I'm a Scorpio as well. A lot of Leos recently as well. I'm a Leo moon, which is so weird to think about, but it is what it is. Like, it's so fun. It's weird in a good way. Like, you know, when you find out about your moon and stuff and you're learning more about it, and you're, especially this year with the way the shifts of my chart has been, it's crazy. It's like insane. And I'm so grateful for it. Birth charts are awesome, by the way. If you guys are interested in getting your birth chart professionally read, I know an amazing person. She's also a psychic. So if you are interested in that, DM me on Instagram and I can send you her way. But birth charts really, really help you with that. It's crazy. Cheryl. So a baby deer came across my path. It was a slow motion. It looked at me and continued to go that way. What does that mean? Anything. New birthing, rebirth. Rebirth is happening, and it's happening intensely. So I'm interested to see what your sign is, Cheryl. So thankful I tuned into your live and answered my prayers. Thank you for your energy reflection. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys are so amazing. How do I send energy to people? So this is great. Like, I talk about this in manifestation as well, how to manifest for other people. But a great way to send energy for people is in the morning, I will actually picture that person. And this is great if someone's sick or if someone is not having a great day, just picturing them in light energy and sending them love, just holding heart space and showing that love coming from your heart space to them is a great way of sending that. So just sending intention and giving them love and creating that affirmation. I do that every day when I give gratitude. I usually have 4 people that I give gratitude to minimum. Throughout my day, and I send that. Or even if I see someone that's struggling or see someone that has sadness in their soul, I'll always send them love and light when I pass by them. But that's just me. I'm like always like that. If I see a homeless person, I'll send love and light to them. If I see someone who is just like having an off day, like I'll send them that love and light. So I'm a big believer in karmic, which is like perfect timing in this month, this time and energy, because I do see that like if you put that energy out, it definitely comes through. And that's law of attraction all the way. So yeah, those are some ways that you can do it. It's just setting intention and meditating with that person in your mind and visualizing them with that love, with that light is going to be very helpful to help manifest for those people. I'm a Gemini. Can you tell me what to expect for this full moon? So Gemini in general this year has been very purging for a lot of people. I think Gemini, you guys are having it a hard way because you're kind of those who tend to be on such spectrums, you know, You're either one or the other. You're not in between. And I think it's hard for people to read you, and it's even hard for you to read yourself. And I think because there's so much inconsistency of your environment right now, you're being called to do a lot of soul work, a lot of shadow deep work. That's in short. Again, like I said, I know when you guys ask me, Chica, like, how does this affect me? I would have to sit down and do a full reading with you, right? So if you're interested in learning more, you can let me know. But that's the general aspect of Gemini. If it doesn't resonate with my moon, if I don't resonate with my moon, what does that mean? It might just mean that you haven't discovered more about your moon. Like when I found I was a Leo, I was like, what? There is no way that my moon is a Leo. But then the more I got into it, I was like, oh, though that totally makes sense. There are some parts of that make sense to me. And understand that your moon and your sun sign is only a little fraction of everything of you, because there's still your 5th house, your 12th house, your rising. There's so many parts of it, right? So just understand that it's just a little fraction of what you learn, and there's so much to learn beneath that energy. So just get to know more about you. I think that's going to be really, really, really helpful for you. Let's see. Okay. We have born 2007, 1997, 23. My moon sign oracle in. Awesome. That's so cool. Scorpio. A Scorpio broke my heart. Oh, well, sometimes I know in all situations, regardless of what they are, there are always opportunities for learning, right? So if you have had someone break up with you, which I've noticed has been something for people recently in the past 2 weeks, maybe they broke up with someone, they just separated in a relationship. This is an opportunity to learn about your karmic through this breakup. So it's very important, or this break. Pisces, Taurus, crazy. Yeah, a lot of Aquarius. Aquarius is like literally being dragged slingshot into shadow work. It's like right into it. I have a lot of Aquariuses in my life, and they are going some huge hard, like, be patient with your Aquarius friends, please, because they're going through a lot. We're all going through a lot, and that is all like validated. However, I'm seeing that more from an external point for Aquarius. So it's crazy. Insane. Did you guys have any other questions? I'm thinking of doing one other question, and then I'm going to sign off, because we have our video on the top 3 ways to manifest a specific person on the full moon, because I know a lot of you guys are thinking that this full moon, my spirit guides told me, I was like, okay, if you want me to do this video, I will do it. But yeah, I'm excited. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Let me see questions. Let me go on my Instagram. Are there any spiritual books that you can recommend for beginners? So I'm actually going to be doing a video on this, Keisha, really soon, because I've been requested this quite a bit. So yeah, stay tuned. I will definitely do that. I'd love to. Okay, so I'm going to answer this question by D Chambers. So D.Aesthetics on Instagram just says, I just watched your video on the 369 manifestation method, and I like using different methods to get into the place of alignment. So we'll be using this method beginning tomorrow. You have some great content, so I had to subscribe. Would love to connect. So another thing, if you're starting the 369 method, or you've recently started for something new, just be patient with yourself. I would suggest not adding anything else except for your morning routine that you have. And, morning routine, what does that look like? It might be meditation, might be scanning of the body. Do something that allows you for 20 minutes to set your energy into the space of alignment. I will do a morning manifestation update. I do have a night manifestation routine. If you guys want to go check that out, you can. My morning one I will do soon, because I think a lot of you guys will resonate with that video. Okay, questions. What else? It was like a year ago, but I'm so grateful for the experience nonetheless. That's awesome. Yeah, it's an opportunity for you to grow, right? And that's the thing. We might not see that at the time, but later on we're like, yes, I'm so happy that this incident or this thing happened to me in my life. There's more comments. I'm going to do one more Instagram question. Surprise my trip, body, and seeing it on my period. Hello, I have a few questions. I'm going to surprise my trip on men. And I would like to know if I could manifest it better with fitter body. Okay, awesome. I'm actually going to answer this one because I've been getting a lot of questions about how to manifest weight loss. I'm going to make it anonymous just because this is a personal question, but it's going to relate to you guys. So hello, I have a few questions to ask you if that's all right. I'm going to surprise trip with my friends next week, and I would like to know if I can manifest to have a fitter body by next week and obtain my period as well, a short time period. So the first thing I will say is that when you're manifesting a specific body, I do have a video, 2 videos on this, how to change your appearance with law of attraction and how to manifest with the 369 method, weight loss. This is all energetic. A lot of people focus so much, and we see this historically. I see this historically all the time. You know, like I do a video with people or whatever, or I do an energy healing. And a lot of the times people are focusing on the scale, but we have to understand, and even my trainer says this, that you have to understand that a lot of weight loss starts from up here. You can go run 20 miles or 20 kilometers a day, right? But if your mind, your heart is not in the space of acceptance of the body and just not being so hard on your body and losing weight for the wrong reasons, you will continuously never ever make that satisfaction that you want. So part of the weight loss journey is accepting where you are in the first place. And that's something that I've learned. That's something from coming from someone who was over 200 pounds and, you know, having to lose that weight and now going through quarantine, gaining the weight again, and then now reducing it. So I will say from experience of all different shapes, it is something that you have to do internal work, you know, and go watch the video that we did last week. I think it's going to help a lot of you guys if you are having a hard time with your body, with your image. Go check out the video on how to manifest body image and all that stuff, and positivity and confidence, because the 2 people we talk about they have some crazy stories that they talk about and how they worked through it. And even one of them said, even when I did get to that goal, I was still not okay. I would still wear the baggy clothes. I would still hide my body and feel like uncomfortable with it. So a lot of our weight, or even just our physical appearance and the beings and the health issues that we have, are manifested through things that we haven't released. And they're kind of, like I said, masks to what we need to find deeper. And I'm going to talk a lot more about plant medicine soon because I really do like it. And if anyone has experience with plant medicine or is interested in that, if you're interested in that, put a plant in the emoji in the comment section. If you have experience, please feel free to share, because I have seen a lot of people, even people who are millionaires that are doing really well with their life, but they end up getting into plant medicine and it teaches them that there's another part of them that they haven't healed. And, you know, we need to understand that this is a continuous journey, right? Like manifesting, law of attraction, shadow work. This is a continuous journey that we do together, but you need to be patient with yourself even through each step. So I love that question. I really hope that resonates with you and helps you guys out. I'm going to answer a couple more here comments. I've noticed in the last past connection, suddenly trying to come back into my life, like in a day, people I hadn't spoke to in a year. Yeah. So again, karmic, it's like almost like you didn't end and sever the cord enough and they're coming back. There's a reason. So you need to reflect on that. Doesn't mean that you have to bring that person back, because a lot of people are thinking, does that mean I have to get back to with my ex? No, not necessarily. There's a lesson to be there. It doesn't mean mean that you have to be with that person again, right? So definitely seeing this in the Taurus full moon for sure. Karmic is like literally the title of this full moon, along with insecurities and growth. So that's huge. Thank you. That was spot on. I have been feeling this for weeks and years, and generally, I've been called for social justice. Amazing. Yeah, especially right now, a lot of you guys who have insecurities with the social justice aspect or have experience from something with social justice, this is a very triggering time for you. So I just want you guys to be patient with yourself. Please be patient with yourself and release that anger in some way, because, you know, it's going to pain you more if you can internally keep it. So that's really, really important. If you want a reading, guys, just message me on Instagram. So it's Shika_Chica. I'm actually going to type it in the comment section right now. Just message me there and you could do a card reading with me, which is really awesome. Saw 10-10-10. So I have a video on 10-10-10, so you can go check that out. Or 10-10, sorry. You can go check that out. I'd love, love, love to share that. I'm also doing videos, guys, on Yoni stuff. So if you are interested in healing the womb space, please put a peach emoji because I'm so excited. Like, I think this is so great. This is something I've been using to manifest for ages. I haven't really talked about it on my channel because, to be honest, I didn't think there was an interest, but it is something that I've been using for a while. Yoni eggs, working with the pleasure and not feeling shame with that space too, which I think is a very big thing within communities. So I think it's just a great safe space for us to talk about those things. And I'm so excited to do that. So let me know if you guys are interested in those topics too. What else? Oh, I'm so grateful to do the lives. I'm happy actually that I got to do like 3 lives this week. I thought I wouldn't be able to. I'm just kind of flowing with it. The one thing I will say is I do them around the same time. So around this time for you guys, and I'll do them when I can. So just like, if you can let me know, just comment in the video and say like more lives, please, and really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. So then I would know, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll do more lives. And then also give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys love them too. That'd be great. Did you already talk about karmic relationships during the blue moon? Is it possible that karma debt is cleared with the karmic? Yes, 100%. I did talk about this at the beginning of the video. However, this video will be up for whatever time. So you guys can go and rewatch it too while you're having your snacks and relaxing. But karma relationships is literally the title of this full moon. It's a big part of this full moon. And you're seeing it more and more, this emotional heaviness. It's crazy. So yeah, that's basically it. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this live. It is now like 10 minutes to our premiere of our video on the top 3 ways to manifest your specific person on the full moon. So if there's some relationships, even new relationships, if you want a new soulmate, a new friendship, you're clearing from some old ones, this is a really good video to watch. And then it's just a great way to make sure that you're setting intention. So when you do manifest and you do have that chance with the full moon energy, that you're really taking advantage of it, because that is so, so important. So I hope you guys really liked it. Thank you so much for joining me on the live, guys. I love you guys so much. Every single day that I get to do a live, I'm like, woo, I'm so excited. I'm grateful for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Put it in your calendar. We're here live for healing and a meditation. If you're interested in one-on-one mentoring, I did open it up for November. So if you're feeling called to, applications will be starting soon, probably in the 2nd week of November. I'm thinking after Mercury retrograde. So if you guys are interested, you're feeling called to do that one-on-one, deeper shadow work, energy work, you know, intuitiveness, building your spiritual journey, but also if you want to be a healer or you're just feeling like you're working through some deep work, then apply. You can apply down below. We can chat and just kind of get to know more of your intentions. And then also we have our VIP Conscious Souls on Patreon. So if you're interested in more content or you just want to support, you can also support the channel there as well. So I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light. You guys are doing amazing. I know it's a hard week, but it is showing you so much. And it's going to help you so much. And also, yeah, card reading information. I put them all in my stories on my Instagram, and it's also in the community tab here. So you can scroll down and get the information of cost and how that works. It's 30 minutes long. And then also I only do a limited amount. Like, we're booked this week, but next week start booking because they're already starting to get booked. So sending you guys so much love and light, and I can't wait to see you in our video really soon. Okay, I'll talk to you guys really soon. Bye.